Hi, this is Chaplain Aram at the Gardens at St. Elizabeth. It's hard to believe, but Thanksgiving is upon us this coming week, and I'll be off on Thanksgiving Day with my family. And so I did some of my Bible studies. We talked about Thanksgiving today. And an interesting thing about Thanksgiving is when you look in the Bible, God commands that we give thanks. It's a commandment. 1 Thessalonians 5 says, "In everything give thanks, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus for you." It's God's will that we give thanks. And then in Romans 1, where it talks about sort of the downfall of mankind and their fall, Paul says, although they knew God, they did not glorify him as God, nor were thankful. He attributes part of the reason why mankind fell is because they weren't grateful. And so, it struck me odd. It's like God commands us to be thankful. That seems weird. It doesn't seem like God, because think about it. If you do something kind for someone or you give something to someone, you wouldn't demand that they give you thanks back, right? And so it's like, that seems weird of God. Until I thought about my kids. And those of you who have kids when they were little, if there was one thing that would drive me crazy is when my kids had ungrateful hearts. And if they were given things and kindness was shown to them or to each other and the other one didn't give thanks, it really bugged me. And I'd sometimes make them say thank you. You've probably done that. Now, why do we do that? Do I need that thanks? Well, no, I don't need them to thank me. It's not something that I have to have. The reason I get perturbed and the reason I command it and that I want them to be thankful is because of them. It's because of concern for their hearts. I don't want them to be ungrateful and have a life that's sort of curved in on itself, and rather than being open. And in Bible study this morning, one of our assisted living residents said, it helps us enter into our full humanity. I was like, whoa, that's deep. That's really cool. And then another one said, it helps us to be connected to one another. And I'm like, oh, that's so beautiful. So that's why we practice Thanksgiving. It's about our hearts. And you know this, and I know this. In the middle of the night when I'm worrying, I'm fearful, or I'm angry, or whatever, try practicing gratitude, and it really changes things. It really changes your hearts. It's for your heart health. So remember that this Thanksgiving as we gather around the Thanksgiving table.